Hi, this is Vicki Fisher, and I'd like to thank you for joining me for part 2 of making a wreath. Now that our basket is full of crow's feet, pine cones, holly, and the honeysuckle vine, it's time to take these gifts from the earth and turn them into a beautiful wreath. I am making a Christmas wreath, but you can use the honeysuckle vine and anything else you may find on your land to make a beautiful wreath all year long. The first thing we need to do is to make the base, and we're making the base out of the honeysuckle vine. And a lot of people use grapevine, but my land has blessed me with an abundance of honeysuckles, so that is what we're using. Now, how do you take this stick and turn it into a wreath? That's easy. You grab one end and you just start twisting it. And you make a circle as big or as little as you want your wreath to be. And you need to do this as soon as possible after picking it because it's still pliable. But once it starts to dry, it's going to be impossible to work with. So you take the one end and you just start twisting and twisting. Doesn't this look like a lot of fun? I tell you, when my husband was alive, he made this look easy. But then he was a jack of all trades and a master of them all. I'm not. So I assure you, if I can do this, you can do this. So we just keep twisting, and when you've come to a smaller vine, you use the smaller vine and you just wrap it around to hold it all together. Okay, so here we have our honeysuckle base. It might not look perfectly round, but that's okay. When we're done, we're going to make it look nice and round. Okay, so now that we have the frame, let's put it together. So there's two ways you can do this. You take it and you can just weave weave the stem right in, twist it around, and then you just spread, because this was a long vine. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to wrap it around, wrap it around, wrap it around. So now remember, I am not a professional. Just wrap. And here, look. We have the first piece done. And now I'm going to just keep going around. And you can also use wire. I don't know if you can see this wire. Just going to wrap it around. around the jar. And then you just go around the whole thing. So what do you do when you need to make a video and you need your hands free and you don't have a phone stand? Easy. You tape your phone to a fan. And guess what? It actually works. Look, I can move it side to side. I can move it up or down. Voila! I am now hands-free, making my wreath, and I can record it at the same time. Nobody has ever accused me of not thinking outside the box. I'm not going to make you watch this whole video of me making this. I think you would be really bored with me by then. And some of these are drying. Okay, so before we start decorating, we need to make sure that it hangs properly. And it looks a little misshaped, but we're going to fix that. And it does hang, so now we're off to decorating. Okay, so now we have our holly. We have our pine cones, which I sprayed. And if you remember when we got them out of the yard, they looked like this. What a difference, huh? Just from baking. I already wired one of the pine cones. And I am going to I actually think I like this one better. I'm going to lay it sideways. And I'm going to take the pine cone and the wire, and I want to twist it around this holly. Just one little twist is all I need. And then, let's see. Okay. Looking good. Then I'm going to take it and twist it over the same wire. Twist it around. And what you do is you just go through near the top or the bottom, whichever way you want to look at it. And just twist it around gently. And then I'm going to put this wire around. Now what I'm going to do is, now I'm going to wire this all together. And make sure that's exactly where I want it. Nope. I always want to make sure. So here's my look. So I want this in the center. I'm going to take the wire. And I want to poke it through. I'm going to bend it around. And poke it through. Flip it over. Find my wire. Here it is. Here it is. And I'm going to twist it together. Well, I broke that one. Don't know how that happened. But here. Okay. Once I know this is exactly where I want it, and that it is nice and secure, then I will cut the wire. And then I want to do the same thing with the rest of the holly. So the wreath is finished, and everything on it is from my land. How amazing is that, that in the dead of winter, when everything looks dead, all of this beautiful greenery and the red berries were still to be found. I am so blessed to be living on this land, so blessed to have God given me these gifts, and I hope that you too will find your gifts that God has out there for you. Have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.